The New York Times put out its list of the 100 greatest films of the 21st century, but we're not going to watch 100, we're going to watch the top 30. So join us on this journey as we watch 30 films in 30 days. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Cinematic Trinity in our series where we're watching 30 films in 30 days. And this time we are talking about Brokeback Mountain. To be fair, 1960s set film, which I don't know why I thought it was like in cowboy times, but it follows Ennis and what? They're wearing cowboy hats.
Times, Michael. What years are cowboy times?
Cowboy times are still going on the 20th century.
Yeah. Well, 18 to 1900s, I'll say, but 1960s set film follows Ennis and Jack, who are these two ranchers who fall in love, and it's their story of just coming to terms with themselves and how you kind of balance a straight man's life with obviously these feelings that they have for each other and all the drama involved in that.
Yeah.
And guys, Tulip, what did the New York Times have to say about this?
It said, the gay cowboy movie did more than start water cooler conversations and win several Oscars. Ang Lee's austere, gently paced western turned a clandestine romance between two Wyoming ranch hands into one of cinema's great tragic love stories, as aesthetically beautiful as it was emotionally shattering. Which I do think is a very accurate portrayal.
Yeah, for once, a good description from the New York Times there.
A good description. What did you think, Kieran? Because we've not seen you. I don't want to hear it.
I like the film, so
okay.
don't like. So I said this to Michael, and a lot of the films that we're watching, I'm watching them. I'm like kind of recoiling afterwards. I'm going like trying to think about it, and I'm like, I don't know what I thought about that film.
Yeah,
and that has happened for so many of them that I'm just like I'm not sure like is there something wrong with me?
Yeah.
Am I watching things wrong? Am I like it's a really bizarre one. I mean, obviously I like Heath Ledger. I like Jake Gyllenhaal and some of the things that he's done. It was very strange for me because there were points where I could see the Joker's face in Heath Ledger.
I never once thought that. I was actually surprised.
It was like the voice sometimes got me like thinking thinking of the Joker,
but yeah, I mean it's a very tragic tale. Obviously, thinking of the time it's in and the kind of relationship that is being displayed, it's very tense at points, and you're just kind of there's no happy endings, is there?
Yeah, there's no catharsis after it finishes.
It's just a very kind of harrowing kind of time. Everyone's kind of not really having a good time.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a bit depressing at the end of it. But
it is quite a depressing film when you think about it, but I didn't come out of it feeling depressed. Like, I don't know what it is about the end of it that just felt really calm almost, because I think that there is a little bit of acceptance in the end, and I think that's what is the positive that comes out of it, and the positive that comes out of the situation is that final acceptance and regret and what ifs and stuff like that, and life, and I think that it just made me feel like life's too short, everybody should just, obviously it's not as simple as that, but if you can just be who you want to be and just do whatever you want to do, then that's fine, as long as you're not hurting anybody. So yeah, that's kind of how it made me feel. But I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And again, it's hard to enjoy a film that's, sad and tragic like this. But I do just think that it was so beautifully written, and the performances were incredible and just really well shot. The cinematography was lovely, some lovely landscapes and stuff like that. So all that was really enjoyable. I really liked the soundtrack. So I just thought it was such a well-made film and a well-told story. Whether that's a sad story or a happy story, it's obviously sad. But it was so well told that I enjoyed it and would probably like watch it again, you know,
Yeah.
like if I got the chance.
What a stacked cast, by the way.
I was literally, I was watching through it, I was like, wait, hold on a minute.
Yeah, like,
You've got Anne Hathaway,
Yeah.
Anna Faris, David
I know.
Harbour, Kate Mara.
Yeah.
You got Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's in it too. Like, honestly, yeah, when you're watching it, and they all do a really good job as well.
Everybody's brilliant in it.
Yeah, and like particularly, the two main casts, like Heath Ledger, like definitely, I think, stole the show compared to like Jake Gyllenhaal was good, but like Heath Ledger's like he is the heart of the film, and it's like his character who's got the biggest struggle of like finding out who he is and what he wants, sort of thing, and it's that like infuriates Jake Gyllenhaal, like what do you want, Ennis, sort of thing. And there's some good like bits in the story. I like how Brokeback Mountain is like the backdrop to their like affair sort of thing. Like I like the developing thing of like them going on fishing trips and like
symbolism and
the drama of like Heath Ledger's wife, like will she find out, sort of thing. Like just that tension of like, oh, it's gonna get rumbled and like someone, what's gonna happen because of the attitudes at the time. It's just like it
leaves you on edge, like you do feel very on edge, and like when they meet again after so long, and they're whatever, you just like, my heart was like in my mouth. I was like, what on earth is going to happen? What's going to happen to these two? So
you root for them. You do root for them. And like it's not it's one of those things.
Hang on a minute. Kieran doesn't root for them.
Do you not root for them?
Well, in a sense, yes, but also in another sense, like the kind of the going behind the backs and like I feel very bad for the surrounding characters. Obviously, the situation for these two and why they're doing it is awful, and I you really feel for those characters who love each other but aren't able to be together. But then you also feel for these other people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then like the family and the repercussions of what this kind of closeted relationship
definitely
is causing.
It's a real interesting like commentary or like moral ethical dilemma as to would you, like, if you were to have an affair but you really really loved that person that you were having an affair with, and and you tore your whole family apart, but you really really loved that person and were desperate to be with them, and that longing, like, can you deny that? Like, should you deny that to keep everybody else happy, or like and keep the rest of keep the charade? Or should you say, actually, no, I've fallen in love with somebody else, this is the love of my life, whatever, and like move on? I think that's such an interesting like thing about life, because sometimes you do see people and it's like, and they're together and they've been together for years, and it's like, oh yeah, we had an affair, and that's how we got together, and we've been together for like 40 years or something like that. You'll see it a lot in the celebrity like culture. It'd be like, oh no, they were cheating on their husband with this person and now they've been married for 20 years, and you just think like, is that good or is that bad? Like it's just very interesting, I think.
Well, I mean, if you throw in the gay element to it as well, it makes it like the stakes higher, doesn't it? Because it's not only you having an affair, it's also like you're just going complete opposite end of the spectrum, sort of thing, like in terms of what you want versus what you have and what you've built with your existing family. It's like this whole, and again, because of the attitudes at the time, it could be fatal if you went down that path. So
it's also like a different kind of lie, and times are very different now, so I don't know if it would, if in today's day and age, whether it would hurt more, for example, if your partner was having an affair but in a,
and they were gay.
Would that hurt more than if they were, in a heterosexual relationship, or, the relationship that you're in at the moment? So I personally think it would, but I don't know what, but it's because it's so different, and it's like such a departure from like the person who you thought that they were, like, even though times are very different now. So it's just very interesting.
Does make you
like,
think.
It's a very interesting like debate and dilemma and stuff like that. So, and it touches on it and tells the story very, very well, I think.
And did you see you did the soundtrack for the movie?
No.
Within the first 2 notes, I said, oh, it's like, are you sure you're not put on The Last of Us? And Michael says, oh, no. Same bloke.
Yeah, same guy did the
Same
Last
composer.
of Us, Yeah.
Because it's all good, the guitar.
Gustavo
Something.
Yeah.
It's him. So, and you can tell because it's all like ding, ding, ding.
It's a
ding,
really good
ding,
soundtrack.
Ding, ding.
Like,
it's lovely.
And like you say, when it's like
Yeah.
paired with the scenery of like Brokeback Mountain, or when they're like ranching the sheep, like herding them and stuff like that's really, there's some really, really good scenery like in the film. Like it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
well shot film.
Yeah.
Which is like, again, interesting again for like Ang Lee as a director when he did like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and like he did that Hulk movie. Do you remember the first Hulk movie they did?
Is that Edward Norton or was it?
No, I can't. I think his name is Bruce something, but I can't remember.
Bruce Banner.
Is it? Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking. Eric Banner. Eric Banner. That's what it is. So yeah, not Bruce. Yeah. So he did that. So what a random assortment of movies. But no, this is really and I can see why it's considered one of the greatest films of the 21st century.
Yeah,
Again, just for like the cultural impact as well.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It makes
that
you.
counts
It
for
makes you
something.
talk about it, and like it can't be boiled. I can see why you can't really boil it down to the gay cowboy movie because like there's just a deeper thing to it, and like it just tells all these different stories about it, and it's.
I mean, if you forget about like gay, it's just a tragic like love story. You know, like that. That's all it is, but it's beautifully written. So yeah.
Exactly. Would you say would you think it's one of the greatest films of the 21st century? Would you argue that?
It's in the top 100.
Yeah, just not
maybe not as high.
here.
Do you think?
For me personally, no.
Yeah.
That's just again because of what I said about like just not really knowing how to feel about like some of them, like the ones we watched before, Grand Budapest Hotel and things like that. I've known immediately. Yes, I've really enjoyed that for these reasons. Whereas like ones like this, I've gone, I think I like that, but I need to like really like kind of delve into.
Yeah, I think
why
there's a
I
difference between like appreciation
Yeah.
and a film that is yours, and I think that's the same with a lot of these films. It's like, you can say on paper this is, because that was the same with Crouching Tiger, whatever. On paper it's like brilliant, like it's really really good, but it just wasn't for me. Like it just wasn't for me, so therefore like that's it, like there's nothing else to say. Sometimes a film just isn't for you. It's like, would you have watched this apart from if we were doing this series, you know?
I mean, it's been on my list, but it's...
Yeah, I'm glad we have.
I'm glad we've watched it. Yeah.
What would you score it?
A 9.
Okay, 9 for you.
I really
I
liked
went for
it.
an 8 for me. I think just again maybe more enjoyment factor than anything. Like just maybe
Yeah, it's hard to enjoy a film like this.
I mean, yeah.
In the same way as
A Grand Budapest Hotel
comedy.
Yeah.
I also went for an 8 because I can appreciate everything that it's doing. The story is very good. It's all very well written. It's done very well. It's acted beautifully and everything like that. But again, it's just my mind like not being sure of how I feel of it. Afterwards, like it puts like a dampener on my experience, but not like it's still an 8. While I'm feeling that, so it's a really good film. It's just one that I'm gonna need to stew on and then maybe watch again in like a couple years time and then like regain some appreciation for it. But,
you know what docked it for me actually? The sound mixing. Like sometimes Heath Ledger's accent was like very very quiet. We had the subtitles on when we were watching it, and there was some bits where he was saying like, oh, take this and do this. I was like, he did not say that in the scene. He was like, I was like, what? But I think he did a very good American accent, to be fair. He's very, very...
Is he not American?
He's Australian.
Oh, I never do that.
Yeah.
I was very shocked by Jake Gyllenhaal's accent when he first started talking. I was like, whoa!
It's the only thing that I've ever really liked him in. I don't normally like him, do I?
But you didn't like him in Zodiac, did you?
No, and I don't like him in No Way Home. Or maybe Far From Home.
You don't like him in Far From...
Well, I do, but that's peak me not liking Jake Gyllenhaal.
I suppose you didn't like Nightcrawler either, did you?
No reason at all. Yeah, didn't like
You
Nightcrawler.
just don't like the guy, do you?
No, I just don't like. He's just one of those people that I just don't like. This is the only thing I've ever liked him in.
Interesting. I was trying to see if I could prove you wrong there, but I think you've not. What about no? I was about to say, what about The Notebook? But that's Ryan Gosling, not Jake Gyllenhaal. So yeah, there you go. Oh. What a film. What a film to talk about.
What does Delilah think? Nothing.
You gonna sniff
Very
this?
poignant.
I don't know if that
probably
picked
didn't
up.
pick
Let's see.
Well, there you have it. That was Brokeback Mountain, though. Have you guys seen it? Let us know your reviews in the comments below. Is it one of the best films of the 21st century? We'd like to hear from you. But in the meantime, guys, we will see you in the next episode.